up, my people? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Thanks for joining us today. I want to just let you guys know that this was kind of not a planned thing. I apologize for that. I know most of you guys that are on the channel here, you're not even awake right now. So I do apologize for that, but I just wanted to get on here, chat about some tech and stuff. I got a bit of time, and also, just thank you for being part of the community, because at this moment we are about 14 subscribers away from 20,000, and that is insane. That's a big number. That's a big community, and I have you to thank. I'm just the guy that brings us all together. So, if you're new here and you don't know who I am, my name is Stefan Malloch. I do a lot of photography and filmmaking, news reviews, and tutorials on the web here on the big old platform of YouTube. So if you do like this kind of content and you enjoy this type of thing, maybe hit that like and subscribe button and join the community. So thanks so much, guys, for dropping by, and I want to talk about a few awesome things today. We've got drones, we've got lenses, we've got rumors, we've got A7iv rumors, we've got the Mavic Mini 2 over here, we got the Pocket 2, and some big announcements as well. So thanks for dropping by. Make sure you hit me up in the chat so we can answer all your questions if you have any questions on any of this new gear that's floating around. I'm kind of overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that I have right now, to be honest, but yeah, here's some new offers. If you haven't seen it since some of my old videos, maybe we'll talk about that. But let me know what you want to talk about today. And 14 subscribers away from 20,000. That is insane. So thank you guys so much for that. And yeah, just it's a big number. I'm humbled by it, and thanks for being part of the community, guys. And let's just keep this thing running literally until we get 20,000. I don't care how long it takes. It's gonna be awesome, as long as it's like under an hour, because I got stuff to do. So you understand. Anyways, let's dive in and see what you guys want to talk about, and talk about some of the stuff that's been going on with me lately, including some photo stuff, some videos, some awards, some, like I said, big news, and then talk about some of the awesome gear that I've had a chance to review for you guys that I'll be posting lately, so or upcoming here. So if you do have any questions, I encourage you guys. I love your feedback, so make sure you hit me up with all your questions so I can answer it in the actual review. I like to do that on the community page. So, yeah, what's going on, guys? Let's go over to the, of course, chat and see how everybody's doing. What is going on anyways? How is everybody? It's been raining here for a few days here on the west coast of Canada. So actually I haven't really been able to get out and fly the new drone, which is kind of a bummer, but maybe some of you guys can pick it up and you can tell me what you think about it. But also, like I said, let me know if everything sounds good, if everything is great in terms of the video. That should probably be off. And yeah, let's open this up and get going here. So yeah, one of the things that I wanted to touch on was just the sheer number of things that are being released lately. I know they call it like Techtober, but holy crow, from third-party stuff to the big name stuff, we're getting like an influx of just insanely crazy good gear. Cameras, drones, lenses. Like it's overwhelming to try and keep up, guys. So let me know what you guys want to see. I love, like I said, I love your feedback. So if there's certain aspects of things that I'm not including in my reviews, let me know so I can put that in for you. I do my best to try and give you guys everything that you want to see. So what is up, guys? Bear Studios, what's going on, man? Mr. Camera Junkie. I've seen you before. Bloodshade, my friend. Welcome back. Jeremiah. Iga. Music's too loud. Is it gone now, hopefully? Sorry about that, guys. I actually just got the computer back from the shop. I had to do a clean wipe, so I literally lost everything, and it's kind of a nightmare to get back on the horse and get this going again. So I apologize for that. Let me know if the video and the audio is good. Hopefully it's good. Let me know. He ended the stream. I did not end the stream, did I? Yeah, let me know about the new review format. What do you think about the new graphics and just the whole layout and everything? What are you thinking? I would love your feedback on that. Great audio and video, that's good news. I'm switching to non-wireless now just because the convenience of it is great, but I always have so many problems with it. Only while I stream. My little Rode Wireless Go, man, this thing is solid. And now we've got the Pocket 2, this little beast. If you guys don't know what this is all about, I don't know why I was so attracted to this, but it's just a really cool idea. 1 second startup time, 4K 60 video, and you got this little handle on here with wireless audio, so it's like the Wireless Go, but you're set up and going in like 5 seconds. So I'm going to try and do a bunch of tutorials and just get out of here and try and give you guys some more like maybe on-scene photography tutorials, or just getting out some adventures and stuff like that, because man, I got to get out of here. I got to get out and go do some photography trips and get out into this wilderness and stuff like that. I'm feeling kind of cooped up lately, but yeah, best motivator to get me out of slumps in 2020, buddy. This has been a rough year for a lot of people. And if you didn't know this about me, I am a healthcare worker as well. I do mental health work, and I help people kind of figure out their issues, their habits, physical, mental, emotional, just getting out of depression and anxiety. I'm super passionate about that. And we just really got to come together as a people and help each other. And it's a weird time. It's a difficult time. So just, band together. I like to use photography. I like to use the channel to keep me focused, because, with isolation and restrictions and stuff, it can be depressing, and it's tough for everybody, myself included. Sometimes you wake up and I just have no motivation, and you got to think of your grandparents and everybody that's that might be affected by this. And hopefully, we're doing our best. Everybody can do their part, but just stay focused. Do what you love. Stay passionate. Like I said, I have said it in the past, but if I'm not motivated, if I'm not passionate, I will be depressed. That's straight up me. So I strongly suggest just get out there and do what you love constantly. Find people that also love the same thing, whether it's on here, whether it's in a group, whatever, and just do what you love. Get out of your head. If you're fixating on certain things, just be accountable, be present, and do what you love, man. That's all you got to do. Do what you love, guys. That that's the secret to life, I think. But I'm rambling here. Again, tell me about the new review format, guys. Do you like it? Do you not like it? What do you think? What would you want to see? More? Less? What do you think? What else we got going on? Pocket 2, Jeremiah Joseph says, Pocket 2 or save to upgrade my A7 II. It totally depends on what you're going to do, bud. I got this for like run and gun type of thing. I don't like carrying 2 cameras around with me. I'm a photographer primarily, of course, so when I'm going out shooting, I don't want to lug around another gear and have that setup process. So this is like a pretty cool alternative if that's what you're into, vlogging or capturing, whatever kind of cool things. It's pretty good, and I wanted to actually show you guys a little bit of content from this. I did some tests, low light tests, and just some overall footage that I thought you might want to check out, because it's for what it is, it's pretty darn good. And it literally, everything is connected here. If you see this, the whole case is even, got a little tripod on it. So everything you could need to create content is literally right here. And that's what I think was attracted me to it. It was just so convenient. Having said that, it's not a replacement for your full frame mirrorless. Definitely not. And now we've got the A7 IV coming out, guys. We've got some rumors, some like solid rumors. And I don't know, I swear they're like listening to the channel and watching it, because they're hitting a lot of the rumors that we're talking about, the things that I'm asking for, that you guys are asking for. It looks like we're gonna get it, like a lot of it. So I'm pretty excited about that. I haven't heard anything. I always kind of slip an email to Sony here and there in my contacts and be like, hey, you know, so far I wouldn't be able to tell you anyways, but you know, I'm not quite to that point where they're gonna send me this stuff. And nor do I really want. I want sufficient time to review something. You know, the day one launches are great. They're fantastic, and hopefully they have a couple, you know, weeks to test it out and give you their thoughts. But it's not enough time. And a lot of them are pre-release stuff, so the firmware is often kind of weird. And I don't know. I kind of like it how it is right now, but I'm not going to say no if they do send me a first copy, of course. But I do also like doing the rumors and chatting with you guys about it and stuff like that. I think it's fun. So anyways, why don't we talk about some of the rumors of the A7 IV? Let's check it out and see what we're looking at right now. So let's head over to this bad boy right here. And hopefully you can see that. I'm just going to share my screen with you. And this is the first rumored specs of the A7 IV. And, you know, it is what it is. You take it with a grain of salt. But it looks like we're getting a new sensor. Finally. So if they threw that same 24 megapixel sensor, although it's a great sensor, it's just, I'm done with it. Like, we need more. But here's the thing. Now it's looking like it's going to be a 30 or 32 megapixel sensor, which is fantastic. You know, 20% more megapixels, that's a great upgrade. But it has to be equal or better in low light. That's my requirement. It has to be. And I think, you know, it's a new sensor, it's new technology, so I'm going to really hold them to that and make sure that that's what we're getting. You know, Sony's an amazing sensor company, so hopefully we can get something like that out of it. The EVF will be 3.69 million dots, not the 5.76, and that's totally okay too, as long as we get an upgrade, because the EVF, you know, it definitely needs some work. On the A7C, it's a joke. We don't even talk about that anymore, but to reuse the same EVF is just like, no. LCD will be on the cheap side. That's a little bit frustrating, but you never know. Hopefully it's a bit of an upgrade. I don't know. Throw another 500,000 pixels. Just give us better. You know, it's been a couple years. We got some awesome cameras out there. We got to compete. So 4K 60, there you go. Boom. Right there. Best-selling camera of 2021 to 2024. Right there. You've just done it. That's literally all I said you have to do. And I would love to see, we're going to get obviously the active track and all that stuff, but even a more improved autofocus, you know, closer to the A9 or something with 12 to 15 frames per second would be amazing. And I really hope it's more of a photography tailored camera for me. It's going to have the same ergonomics. You know, if you're a video guy, well, you're going to buy the A7S III. So, you know, 4K 60 is great. It's not your 120. Whether it's going to be 10-bit, that's going to be, we're going to have to wait and see. So 10-bit versus the 8-bit. And then when you get into the 10-bit stuff, then you got to start thinking about the CF Express and all that stuff. So that's another cost. That's more, you know, more money. And it's going to be, it's apparently in the $2,500 price range. So yeah, I think that was kind of what, I think that's fair for all that stuff. If we get everything there and an improvement on pretty much across the board, that's a no-brainer for me. So haven't seen anything about the flip screen. And again, I'm on the fence with that now. I wanted it so bad, and then I got it in the A7C, and I'm like, what is this? This is a little bit inconvenient. So what do you guys think? Do you want the flip screen, or are you a hardcore photographer that, you know, likes that quick access up and down? I don't know anymore. I've confused myself. So yeah, guys, let's just go in and talk about a few more of the things that you want to talk about now. Let me know your thoughts on the gear. Like, I've got everything here. I've got literally months worth of reviews to do. Tell me what you want to hear about. And did you check out the 100 to 400 review that I just dropped on the Sigma? What do you think about that thing? Pretty darn good budget lens, if you ask me. I'll get this out of the way. A lot of people are asking it versus the 70 to 350 from Sony. I'm guessing they're going to throw that on their APS-C camera. And keep that in mind that they're not, one's a full frame Sigma and the other is a crop sensor lens. So It's hard to compare those two, but right across the board, I like that 70 to 350. I think that there's tons of value there. It's not the fastest lens, but the autofocus was on point. It's really sharp, and I think the autofocus was even more capable than the Sigma. So if you are thinking between the two, it really depends on what you shoot. The Sigma is a great all-around shooter. The minimum focus distance is variable, but man, look at myself on here. The camera really does add 50 pounds, doesn't it? And here's a tip for you. If you're shooting wide angle, always keep your subject in the middle. Watch this. I bet you I'll look huge. And then if I come down into the middle of the frame, I bet you I just lost like 20 pounds. How awesome is that? Anywho, let's get back to the chat. Yeah, Bear Studios. I love this stuff, man. And it's awesome. Like, the bigger we get here as a community, like, the more stuff people send me. Like, it's overwhelming. I just got, man, check this out. We just got the, if you are a video shooter, this is the new Hollyland 400S Pro. If you're into, video shooting and you need a wireless video transmission system, this thing is an absolute beast. Just got this thing in the mail. I had the 400S non-pro one, and that thing was awesome. So check that thing out, man. Technology every year, but this year has just been insane. For techs and stuff, it's been a great year. For everything else, not so much. So yeah, tons of stuff on the go. What do you think will be the next Sony lens? I heard we're getting a 16mm f1.8, and that'd be pretty cool. However, I'm hoping it's going to be pretty small, but I heard they pushed it back as well. So, nothing, it's hard to keep stock of anything for manufacturing. It's still just a gong show. And we haven't even seen anything yet. I think it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better, but I would love to see a 16mm f1.8. That'd be pretty cool. And mad props to the photographers that shoot super wide all the time. It's hard to shoot wide angle lenses. You really gotta know your stuff. And there's just some amazing photographers. I'm not a huge wide angle guy myself. I like my telephoto and shooting the details and stuff, but man, for landscapes, when you're utilizing the foreground and stuff, there's really nothing like it. So yeah, buddies, let's check out our subscriber count, see if we're getting close. We're about to hit 20,000, and that is insane. So again, thank you guys so much for being part of the community. What are we at? Exact same. Come on, guys, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, smash that YouTube algorithm, whatever it is. And yeah. So like I said, I got an hour here. It's not a big deal. It's we're growing at about 50, 100 a day. So the bigger we get, the more stuff that I get, the more deals that I get, the more I can pass on to you, and that's what this is really all about. Nail that like button, guys, and tell me what you want to see. I got a ton of gear here, so if you're just jumping in here and you want to know something about any kind of gear, Sony, DJI, whatever, I'll tell you all about it. Let's go back to the chat here. Sorry guys if I missed anybody. Any info on the A7 IV? Yeah, buddy, we just talked about that, and there is some good rumors coming out here. It's looking like a beast. Everything, if you go watch my rumor video of the A7 IV, it's looking like pretty much exactly like that. But I'm gonna talk about it in a bit more depth in the coming days as well, because if we're getting solid rumors now, it's just a matter of time before a real confident leak, and then yeah, maybe first quarter of 2021, if you ask me. I don't know. That's kind of how it goes. It happens really quick these days. And once it's out, the companies, I guess they don't want to sit on it. Yeah. All right, guys. Let's move forward. As a photographer, Mr. Camera Junkie asks, do you prefer a flip-out screen or traditional flip A7 III screen? Yeah, like I said, I really thought, because I shot Canon for so long, I loved that flippy screen. But when I used it on the A7C, it was really inconvenient. Like, I had to stop, and if you have anything plugged in, an external monitor or your audio stuff, it's gonna hit it. So you're probably not gonna do that if you're taking pictures anyways, but you're shooting on the fly, there's animals or whatever, I'm getting low and I want to tilt that screen up. Well, I have to literally take it out and move it, and that's just, I'm not used to it, so it slowed me right down. So I could go either way. Whatever it is, I'm totally cool with it. But I think that we'll probably get it just because 4K 60. There's going to be a lot of video guys that are going to buy this camera, and yeah, I'm good for whatever though. Like honestly, I'm going to buy it regardless. So that's my thing. I've been waiting patiently. Bypass the R4, the A9 is still something that I would. That thing is such a beast. And now we've got the A9 III rumors. 3, how can you bring out the 3? We just had the 2. But apparently it's going to be like 50 megapixels, 8K 30, no overheating video. It's competing against the R5, the R6. So we're going to have to see how that goes. But that sounds insane. What else, guys? Flip screen for my vlogging on my A6100. Yeah, that's tough. It's the wide angle lenses for your APS-C are few and far between. Although I just did hear that somebody's announcing a couple good APS-C lenses that are wide. They're coming out. I can't remember if it was Sony. I just was reading about that the other day. So expect in the next year that you're gonna have some more options, not just the 10 to 18, which is although it doesn't have a huge focal range, it's a good lens. I like it. Yeah, buddy, I'm getting impatient too, but we waited this long. It's better not to rush it out the door. Shubham Day says, sir, this Tamron 2875 f2.8 is good for Sony A7 II. I use it for video. If not, suggest me at some price range. Yeah, absolutely. There is some amazing people doing crazy stuff with just the Tamron and the A7 III. So if you're not getting the results you want, focus on your skills, not the gear. Like, it's amazing what people are doing with this camera that's several years old. And I gotta say, I still believe that today at, with this new discount, $1,500 with the EDU discount, or $1,700 regularly, or 16 or whatever it is, the A7 III is still the best value for money, full frame mirrorless camera out there. I totally stand behind that. And it's crazy to me. So yeah, if anybody's thinking about pulling the trigger at this reduced cost, don't even think about it. It's fantastic. If you can't afford the A7 IV when it comes out, it's a no-brainer. What else we got? For Sony mount, photo-wise, if you had to get one lens, what would it be? Under $1,000. For Sony mount, photo-wise, that's a tough one. What are you going to shoot, though? What are you wanting to shoot with it? Because there's no one lens. If there was one lens under $1,000, oh geez, that's a tough one, bud. I'm really under $1,000. Yeah, the Tamron, I guess. Tamron 2875 2.8. That thing is a beast, and it's so good when it comes to value. It's going to perform. It's versatile, and under $1,000, there's not a lot of things that there's not a ton, to be honest. All right, what else? Mr. Hunmook. He has no camera. I'm trying to get my first camera, but I don't know if waiting for that A7 IV is a wise choice. Buddy, if this is your very first camera, either of those cameras are overkill, like insane overkill. Just buy what's in your budget. Don't go for the most expensive. Don't go for the cheapest. Something you can grow into, but by all means, either of those, the A7 III is going to be very good for you for years to come if you're just diving into this industry. So yeah, absolutely. That's a nice first camera. That's for darn sure. Estimated third quarter. Yeah, until the A7 IV. We'd have to wait to see. I don't know. I feel like we're going to see a little bit faster now, but you never know. All right, Sergio, how's it going, buddy? Like to see some reviews on lighting. Things like the Godox versus Newer versus Westcott and softboxes. Yeah, I could do that. I got a ton of lighting all over the place. I just got these new RGB LED lights from GVM. I just dropped a review on them. They're fantastic. That's what's actually lighting me right here. I was testing it out as a main light for the office here. The other one's actually back there. You can see it. And they're RGB. They've got all the special effects and stuff, and they're super reasonable. I think it's like $200 right now with a coupon for a set of 2, with stands, with barn doors, with everything, except for the softbox. The softbox I bought separately, but they're super small. They're 11 by 11, and definitely check them out. I think the link's in the description, and a quick 6-minute review. But absolutely, the reason I don't do reviews on lighting is because honestly I don't have a ton of space, so it's really hard for me to like light with the lighting. I don't know, maybe it's a weird thing, but yeah, I got tons of stuff kicking around and folded up in closets, so I'll throw it out. I'll show you guys what I'm using for lighting a lot of the time, and I can absolutely do that. All right, what else, man? Hopefully that answered your question. Do you do any FPV, like as in Evro, like photography, like filmmaking stuff for the channel, or are you talking drone stuff? I don't really do either. I've done a couple first-person view videos, just going out and shooting, but not a heck of a lot, to be honest. And I would love to get into FPV drones, but it's just a matter of time. That stuff is amazing. If you want to see drone stuff, check out Jake Sloan from Alaska. He's a buddy of mine, and he's got a great channel. And yeah, he knows a lot more about drones than I do, so he's getting into the FPV stuff as well. Yeah, Bear is looking at the Blackmagic Design Pocket. Blackmagic Design Pocket and the Sony S3 or 4. What would you say? Oh, well, like I said, the S3, if you're into video, the S3 can't be beat. That thing is insane. That is an amazing camera. And if I was half as good at video as I was at taking photos, I would pull the trigger on that in a second. But I'm not, and it's a little bit expensive, so maybe Sony will send me one day. Just throwing it out there, you know, who knows. But for me, it's the A7 series, you know, the A7 III, A4. It's a hybrid camera. I'm a hybrid guy 100%, but primarily my passion is photography, and that's it. Let me show you guys some of the photos that I've taken lately, just for fun. And I like to just show you guys what I'm doing, and yeah, why not share some of the photos that I've taken. You let me know what you think. So hopefully that switched over, and because you're seeing what I see, and now I can't see you. So here's just a few photos and some lenses that I used. This guy was just taken with the, well, obviously not just taken, a couple months back. This was the Viltrox, the old Beauty 85 f1.6 with the update. And this is a lens that I will be giving away very shortly. 25,000 subscribers, so about 5,000 from now. One of you guys is going to win the Viltrox. And I've been collecting stuff, so we're going to have a big bash. That's a big number. 20,000, 25, that's a crazy number. I can't even fathom that. So that's the Viltrox 85. This was, oh geez, I can't remember what this was taken with now. This escapes me. This is my little beauty there. And yeah, this was also taken, you know what this was? I want to say this was actually taken with the 70 to 350. I could be wrong. But yeah, kind of cute, like that photo. This guy's, you might have seen this. This bird right here, I actually kind of cloned that guy in. But I just thought that was a cool photo. That was also taken with the 70 to, no, I apologize. That was the 100 to 400 G Master. My baby. There it is, full screen. Just a cool photo, you know, just getting minimalist kind of black and white. I've always been attracted to, but I find it difficult. It's, you know, there's simple and there's easy black and white, and then there's like black and white stuff that just blows you away, and it's hard to do. I'm gonna try and maybe do a couple videos on black and white. Let me know if you'd like to see that. Here's another one, just capturing the peak moment of excitement, and that just makes me so happy. Running through the vineyards, and yeah, love it. That is also taken with the, this was actually with the 70 to 200 G Master. Beautiful lens. Here is another one, a landscape, and this was taken with also the 70 to 200 G Master. This was up in the interior of BC in the desert, and yeah, up in this huge mountain. Just kind of love that. This, yeah, it was a good day. A lot of beautiful stuff up there. This was later that day, the same day, and a beautiful sunset. Just having a photo of a buddy and his girl. This is a meteor shower that actually peaked on this night, and this was just phenomenal. This is a little town that we're staying in, And here is one of the meteors that went right above. And this apparently was one of the best places to take photos of in the world. They were going to build an observatory up here. I might have talked about this before, but just phenomenal that night. I was totally not prepared. It was freezing. I was in shorts and a t-shirt, and I will be going back next year to clean up when it comes to some astro work. And here's another one that we did. Just kind of put some grain in there, and I kind of like this as a kind of fine art shot. Just looking out there with your loved ones, and just absolutely stunning. Just perfect up there, perfect sky. And there's the beauty again with this was taken with the, what was this taken with? Oh, terrible. This one was a recent review. I think this was actually the Sigma 24-70. I think it was, yeah. Beautiful day, beautiful flowers. And this guy was taken with the 28-200 Tamron, which is incredible. Tamron's new engineering, how they're doing these lenses and having macro capabilities, is amazing. I'm loving it. And a versatile lens that can shoot this. You can have 2.8 aperture at 28 millimeters. For anybody getting into the game, you know, or a creator without a big budget, that lens is amazing. So super cool here. Doing some portraits out in the field just for fun. Why not? This was with the Samyang 85 f1.4. Super sharp lens. Love that thing. There's that guy again. You already saw. This one is down at the end of the road where I live. And this was actually a composite. Added the birds in post, not the big bird, but the small birds in Luminar. And I actually have right now Luminar AI, which I was going to talk to you guys a bit about. If you guys are excited for that new release, that's pretty promising. They've done a lot of improvements. So I'm going to drop some reviews on that shortly. It's not released yet. It's not even really announced in its entirety, but it's looking pretty darn good. So that was kind of cool. A little bit over edited for me, but it was just literally like a 3 or 4 minute edit. So might have showed you guys this before. Shooting out with the crop mode in your 100 to 400. I think I had the teleconverter on with this one. And obviously this is a composite. I had the bird and I had the moon, but I couldn't get it to obviously both in focus, but they were right around the same place. Threw them together, that's what you get. Shooting in the fog. Love to shoot in the fog. I'm going to do a video on shooting in the fog or the, you know, mist or whatever it is, because you can get some amazing photos out of this. And again, getting back to the minimalist part of it, you know, just going shooting your neighborhood, what's around you, and making it good. I always like to revisit the spots that I've taken pictures at and try and improve them, because it can be boring. And if we're stuck somewhere like we were talking about, it's nice to get back out into the, you know, the places around you, because that's all you can go really, and retake those photos or see the beauty where you maybe didn't see it before. And that's what photography is about. It's not what you see, it's how you see it. And yeah, here's another one, just lines. Totally changes the atmosphere. I've seen this place a billion times, but maybe not so much with this light, with the fog at this time of day, with this truck here, who knows. Just having fun. Cornfields, those are gone now. Some cows. Yeah, just doing their thing, all locked up. Kind of sad, but cows being cows. And yeah, just playing with, you know, depth, the mist, that kind of thing. This was shot with, this one I think was shot with the Sigma, actually, the 100 to 400 newer Sigma. Just playing around with that. Another one with a barn here. They just built a house right in front of that barn, so my nice composition's been destroyed. Doing a bit of macro right before these flowers are kind of among the last to go, and when the bees are really getting, you know, slowing down. Doing some macro work with the old 90mm macro, one of my favorite lenses of all time. Just a phenomenal lens, and great for B-roll, great for, you know, this kind of stuff, portraits, product photography. Absolutely love that lens. And there's another one. So lots of detail in there. Not perfect. I would love the option to photo stack in camera, like Panasonic and stuff. That's what I'd like to see in the A7 IV. Something like that. Some kind of like photo stacking. Here, you know, pick here, start here with your focal range, your depth of field, end here. And I've seen that, again, a couple of the systems utilize that. I think the new Nikon, really expensive one, I can't remember what it was, D5 or something, they utilize that. And that's such a cool feature, just to throw on the tripod and let it do that rather than, you know, stacking and post and everything like that. And love this guy. This was on a trip not too long ago. I still have to put the footage together for you. Out in the middle of nowhere in the mountains. I love owls, man. They are so cool. Coolest creatures ever. And they're just so majestic. Sat with this guy for 5 or 10 minutes and just hung out. Just beautiful. And this guy too, this was pretty rad. This was about 5:30 in the morning, and there was actually 2 of them. And I never see beavers. I've had terrible, terrible luck with beavers. And this guy, I was probably, I don't know, 9 or 10 feet on the other side of this pond. And he just sat there having a stick. And it was a good 5 minutes. It was really cool. So really exciting to see that. And yeah, so awesome just to get out there again in the middle of literally nowhere. Dead quiet, beautiful morning. There it is. And that's it. That's it for the photos that I've kind of got for you guys for the last couple months anyways. Hope you liked them. And yeah, and I can't see the chat when we look at that stuff, so let's get back to the chat. See what I've missed. Hope you like those, guys. What else we got? Looking at the black man, we took over that. Canon 200D. So where I'm from, we don't call them 200D. I can't remember what that one was. What's the other name for that? But honestly, I'm a Sony guy right now. I'm not following every model of everything, every manufacturer. So I'm probably not the guy to ask about that, I gotta say. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate the comment there. Yeah, we've already talked about that. Budget telephoto lens for sports for the A7 III. Yeah, that's a tough one. It depends what you consider telephoto. We've got the new Tamron 70 to 180 if you're looking for a versatile sports lens. It doesn't have image stabilization though, but it's quite sharp. Autofocus is pretty darn good, so consider checking that one out. There's the Sigma 100 to 400 that I just reviewed, but again, for really fast moving stuff, birds in flight, it's not going to be the best thing. Hopefully that helps you out with that, but there's really not a ton of telephoto options for us yet in terms of third party anyways that are budget. My advice is just go get a used 100 to 400 G Master. You know, I picked mine up for, I think it was $21.50 or $2,100 Canadian, which is insane. And it's literally the best thing I ever bought. I love it so much, and it's just, everything is just perfectly in focus. It's so fast, it's reliable. I love it. Buy once, cry once, and you got to think about resale too. I can definitely sell that thing for more than I paid for it. So hopefully that makes sense. But if, you know, budget is a huge factor, you got to work up to that, or sell some other lenses or whatever, then yeah, consider some of the smaller stuff, work up from there. What else, guys? Can you get a used Sony A7R III in your country? Yeah, there's tons of them all over the place. Absolutely. Cool photos. Thanks, Bear. Appreciate that, buddy. Just a couple thrown together here. Sinkita Media. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you being part of the community. Yeah, we're growing, man. We got so much amazing gear. It's hard to not love this stuff. Like I said, this is my whole life, and I'm so thankful and grateful. It's awesome. What else? What else do you guys want to see? Tell me what you want. Sigma 24 to 70 or Tamron 28 to 75. Buddy, you're killing me. I can't get into that. I just released my year-long, full, in-depth, long-term, heavy use review on the 28 to 75 versus the 24 to 70. Go watch that video. It'll answer everything. If there's something in that video that I didn't answer, let me know. But I swear to God, I covered everything. I put that thing off for so long because I literally got so much flack for the Sigma. And still, the thing, it's a great lens, but there's so much dust in there. And it's just, There's just certain things, but it's a great lens. It really is. But compared to the Tamron, if you had to pick one, I don't know. 25 people watching, 17 likes. Smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, please. And of course, join the community by hitting that subscribe button. I can even do a thing now. How do I do it? Yeah, got a little graphics going. Let's check the count. What are we at? Subscribers. We are 13 away, 13 subscribers to 20,000. Yeah, it might not happen today, guys. That's totally cool, or during this stream. But like I said, if you do watch the channel, if you do have anything photography and video that you want to talk about or see, let me know and I will gladly make it for you guys. Luminar AI is looking pretty cool. I have it. I'm not going to bring it up today because we don't have time, but I will do a live stream if you guys want to see Luminar AI and maybe mess with some of the stuff on that. We can absolutely pull that out, but it's looking pretty darn good, especially when it comes to the performance increases. That was my one gripe with the Luminar 4, although it's awesome and creative and fun. It was a little slow, especially for raw photos. So, no income, repairing or getting a new camera. Gorav, I'm sorry to hear about your camera, but I can't really answer that for you. I have no idea what that would cost to repair. If you're on a budget, yeah, use your skill, make some money. Go out on the weekend. Here's a tip for you guys. If you guys want to make some money this weekend, get out there and go on social media. Oh, it's not a good time because of COVID. Let's say if your restrictions are laxed and you can still keep your distance and you're still allowed to take photos where you are, throw it on your social media, say, this Saturday, I have 3 spots open. So trying to fill 3 last spots, make up a little flyer and say three spots left, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock at the park. And what I'm gonna do is give you guys half off. You know, put that on there, 500 normally, 250 bucks. We got family shots, as many as you can fit on a hard drive or whatever. And boom, just like that. You just paid for half your camera. So that's something that if you're running low on cash, you know, put it out there. Just be creative and you'd be surprised. It's a great way to learn as well. What else? Thank you, sir. Bloodshade, appreciate it, buddy. What else? Sony MacBook Pro, I like it. Says, I love my Sony 135 GM. That is something that I would love to get my hands on and review. A7R4, ooh, what a beast. 202 millimeters and fast at 26 millimeters. Yeah, that lens is looking pretty darn nice. And as well, the 105 Sigma 105 f1.4, that lens is amazing as well. I'd like to do like a heads up comparing those two. All right, guys. Well, it's 8. I don't know how long we've been going for, but let's answer a few more questions. Anything you guys want to talk about this kind of gear, drones, pockets, whatever I've got floating around. I just won an award. I just won a best in class award for animals in here in BC for the Professional Photographers of Canada. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's not my first award, but yeah, how cool is that? So if you guys want to do competition, if you thought about it, do it. Throw yourself out there. It takes guts, but you're gonna grow really fast. Take the feedback and grow from it. I love competition. And if you don't know, guys, I have massive news for you. I am on Team Canada for the World Photographic Cup in Rome next year. 2021, I'm on the team. So blessed for that and worked really hard and it's amazing. So I'm going to Rome, hopefully, fingers crossed, if I can travel, and World Team Canada. So go compete. Go throw yourselves out there into all the image competitions you can. I thought about even throwing up some of ours, maybe trying to fundraise or something, and maybe getting some really good prizes for you guys, like cameras and stuff, for doing some photo competitions. And not just, you know, professionals either. I'm talking about creativity and doing the best with what you have. That's what photography is all about. I don't care if you have a cell phone. I don't care if you have a 1970 film camera. Photography is photography, and you can always improve. So if you're interested in that, let me know, and we'll set it up. You know, we can always fundraise for a good cause, or fundraise and then give it away to one of you guys, whatever. I'm not a millionaire yet, not even close. So, but I do have some stuff for you that I'm giving away at 25,000 subscribers. Like I said, like the Viltrox lens, so I'm pretty excited about that. All right, any other questions, guys? Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Let's go up here. 24 or 35 for travel photography. Thinking of getting the 24 G Master or the 35. Yeah, the 24 G Master is a great lens, especially if you're doing any kind of video work. The 35 was okay, but I think of it as, you know, you can always crop in, but you can't reverse crop. So depending on what you want. I like to have a couple lenses, but the more versatile, the better. So if you're into fast lenses, you really can't go wrong with either one of those. I think the G Master is going to have a bit more resale value, but you can't go wrong with either of those. Hopefully that helps. And where are you going to travel? I'm jealous. Just bought the 28-75, Kyle. Whoa, fantastic! $200 off. Absolutely, that's a great lens. One of the classics. I don't have many reviews on the Zeiss lenses. I don't have a reason for that, but I will get some because they are good, and I don't know, I've just never been overly attracted to them for some reason, or have had the opportunity to shoot with a lot of them for that matter. But yeah, I still got my 16-35 f4. I swear by that thing for a lot of reasons, and just does the job. What's the light box behind you? I'm looking into buying some studio lights. Well, the box is just literally a cheap Godox box with a SLW60, SL60W. Does that sound right? Everything I use is down in the description in my affiliate links. Check that out. I also have another one, and hold on a sec. So this one is also a beast. I'm going to break something here, no doubt. This one's a beast as well. This is kind of crazy, but this is the Ninja 400 by WeLight, and this thing is bright. It's an LED one. It's really quiet. I'm going to do a review on it. I'm kind of finishing one up. I've been putting it off for some reason. Everything when the computer went down and all that stuff. That one's really, really bright, and it's got a lot of great features as well. And then if you see back here, I've talked about it. What's lighting me right now is a very, very, very small, reasonable 11 by 11. It's called the 800D by GVM, and they're incredibly amazing value sets of studio lights that fit in the corner. And I've got a softbox on this one, but it's an RGB LED panel light, and they're like $200 right now for a 2-pack. App controlled. You've got all your you know, your disco stuff, all your cinematic fun special effects. It's fantastic. So check that out, and I got them all over the place. No videos about this. What's going on here? We're back to the chat. Trying out the Sigma 104. I like it so far. Image stabilization handheld not so good. Yeah, you know what? The image stabilization in the G Master is a lot better. I will tell you that much. It's got a little bit jerky in the Sigma, but keep in mind the Sigma is a contemporary line. It's $900. You can't compare it. So people want, optically it's pretty darn good, but image stabilization, build quality, and of course autofocus is the main factor, and that's what you're paying for. You're paying for A9 capable autofocus in a sports lens, and the Sigma just cannot keep up. It just can't. So hopefully that helps you out. Again, a great budget option. I'm nothing against the Sigma, but it's just not quite there in terms of, you know, if you're a bird shooter or anything like that. Kyle, what's wrong with the GVM 800, bud? No. Oh, you want the videos? I have a video on the GVM 800. I just put it out. Check it out. What else, guys? Congrats. I have 18 to 105 f4. I want a low light lens. Should I go for the Sigma 16 or the Sony 35, and why? Well, the Sigma 16 is a crop lens. The 35 f1.8 is a full frame lens, and one is an ultra wide, and one at that point is like a very standard, almost telephoto lens. Okay, not so much telephoto. It's a standard at that point, 52.5 or something. So Flores, yeah, it depends what you want. If you want an ultra wide and you want a fast one, then the Sigma line is great all around. Those Sigma lenses, I don't know why I don't have reviews on those either for some reason, because they're really popular. But the Sony 35 is going to be a full frame lens. And guys, if you are thinking about upgrading from a APS-C to a Sony full frame, or any full frame for that matter, consider buying full frame lenses so that when you make the transition, it's not such a big, you don't have to sell all your APS-C lenses and stuff. So there's that to consider. If you're sticking with APS-C and you're fine with it and you're happy, then yeah, absolutely buy APS-C lenses. They're cheaper. They're going to be just fine. But yeah, it totally depends on your shooting style. If you need ultra wide or if you need something with a little bit more reach. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. Use those lenses, guys. Put one on you haven't used for a while and go out shooting. What else we got? We'll be filming weddings, social media, commercials. Do I need wider or a portrait lens? Flores. Check out the 24 1.4, buddy. That's the middle of the road between those two. Even the 20mm f1.8. It's a great lens. It's not quite as good as the 24, obviously, but it's for the budget. It's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I can't help you, buddy. I probably have a comparison on it, but it totally depends on your shooting style. I wish I wouldn't have a comparison on those two lenses. Yeah. Physics aside, what's your ideal lens range and aperture? I don't know. That's a really tough question. I like to shoot wildlife. I like to shoot landscapes. For me, I like middle of the road. I love an 85. 85 is a really nice focal length, but I'm loving this 35. This 35, oh, it's so heavy. This 35 f1.2 by Sigma is an absolute beast. It is just incredible. And I will be dropping that review shortly, but it's hard to not take amazing pictures with that lens. Having said that, you don't want to use, a really fast aperture to take lazy photography. Every photograph should have an intention behind it. And you need to really focus on getting better and not just letting the gear mask your weaknesses, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that, but there's really no ideal lens range and aperture because I love every lens. I literally love every aperture. I love everything. It totally depends on what you're shooting. There is no ideal. That's why I have so many. Yeah. You bet, buddy. Yeah, Tamron 17-28 is a great lens as well. That's going to cover probably a lot of what you're looking for, but again, it's a full frame lens. So keep that in mind. That's going to rule out your ultra wide. How wide of a lens do you need for vlogging at arm's length? 20 millimeters. 20 ideally. 24 is kind of pushing it for a lot of people and you have to be right out there. But again, the pocket is 20 millimeters right out of the bag. It's perfect. And then you can throw your little lens on to make it 15. So that's pretty sweet. So yeah, appreciate that. And thank you, Enster Lamora. Appreciate you joining the community, bud. If there's anything you want to talk about or see, let me know and I will try and give it to you. Let's check the subs. Maybe we'll get to 20,000 during this live stream, which would be pretty cool. Oh, 19,994. 6 to go. And it literally means nothing, but it's pretty cool. And like I said, guys, I want to thank you and I'm humbled to bring you guys all together. This isn't about me. It's about the community and helping each other out, becoming better photographers, filmmakers, gear nerds, whatever we do, just being together, getting through this tough time for a lot of people together, staying focused, doing what we love. And that's what this is about. It's a great community and I appreciate each and every one of you. True story. Let's answer a few more questions, guys. Hopefully that helped you out, Duke, if that made sense. Best for modeling with a crop body. Best for modeling, like a portrait shot. You're thinking maybe something fast. Hey, you subscribed and like, maybe you'll win the 85mm f1.6 Viltrox I'm giving away in hopefully a few months short time here, along with some other things. But yeah, I love an 85. You really can't go wrong with the 85. You get a bit of a crop on there. It's going to be 112 or something, maybe. And, f1.6. But as far as modeling with a crop body, I don't really, anything fast. Any fast lens is going to do. Heck, get the 35 f1.2. Like I said, this thing has kind of broadened my horizons. 35 was never really my favorite focal length. And then I just started kind of shooting more like environmental portraits, trying to get out of my head and just trying to capture the moment, trying to capture, the environment, and using, the depth of field, absolutely, but just the focal length. 35 is just, as I evolve, it's becoming more and more of a focal length that I like to use. And it's great to throw a prime on and just to test yourself. Go out and shoot several different things throughout the day with one focal length. And rather than carrying a big, huge, heavy bag with 4 lenses in it and you're tired, take one lens. Because if you're like me, you take 4 and you only use one anyways, or maybe 2. So take one and then challenge yourself. Get out there and, try portrait, try environmental portrait, try landscape, try, whatever it is. Try it. If you're shooting Tamron, you can try macro, because those things are so versatile. But yeah, I'm really excited to see some of the stuff that Tamron's going to bring out in the next little bit here, just because of the versatility and whatnot. Do you guys want to see the low light capabilities of the Pocket? Let's check this thing out. This is really, really cool, and what this little tiny guy can do. I wanted to show you this before we go. Check out this low light test. I've got several tests here. Hopefully you guys are on there now and you can see what I'm seeing. No complaints so far. So in comparison, here's the GoPro. Here's the GoPro at night. I did the same walk right beside it. And this is the GoPro Hero 7 Black. Okay, just walking at night. Looks all right. The one thing about the GoPro, look at the distortion. It is absolutely insane. That always kind of bugged me on the GoPro. And you're super limited to what you can shoot because the settings change depending on your other settings. Now let's have a look at this. Here is this is the Pocket 2. And for one thing, the mechanical gimbal, you cannot replace that. It is incredibly stable, and I'm just walking normally. I'm not trying to make it, and literally right now I'm holding the GoPro in one hand and the Pocket in the other, and just look at the difference. This is actually on, what is this on? Battery saver. So there is several modes that change the bit rate, and I want to show you the difference between what the high bit rate does and the low bit rate does. So where are we here? We're walking down the road. This is it. So this is the low bit rate. Hopefully this comes through, even though the stream's not great. But look at the noise up above the stop sign. Okay, it's still, if you take a step back, if you're not pixel peeping, it still looks pretty darn good. The reason you would use battery saver is that you can't use face tracking while you're using the high quality one, which kind of bugs me. So let's have a look at the difference between this one, which is battery saver, and the low light. Now this is high quality mode. And look at the difference. This is 100 megabits per second bit rate, and it just cleans it right up. And for night, for shooting, I think I set it to a max of 3200 ISO. I think it does pretty darn good for what this thing is. Look at the size of it. It's ridiculous. And this is with the do-it-all handle on it. So I'm hoping to utilize this a bit more and just get out of my head to quickly and easily make more content without having the endless setup and all that stuff. Just a really cool tool. But how neat is that, just to see how versatile that thing is. All right, guys, let's answer a few questions, and I gotta run. And again, thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight, asking the questions, talking about all this stuff. We talked about the A7 IV, we talked about the Pocket, the DJI Mini is here. You guys have any questions on that? Here it is, Mini 2. And it's been raining here for days and days, so I literally haven't been able to get out and fly it outside. So that's kind of frustrating. But it is what it is. Again, please smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and join the community, guys, of over almost 20,000 people. And let's check the count right now. We were at 19,994. We're at 19,998, guys. 2 more and literally nothing happens. But maybe I'll sleep better tonight. I don't know. Probably not. So yeah, let's answer a few more of your questions, guys. Let's see what Duke's got to say. where are we here? Sorry guys, if I missed somebody, I hope I'm going down the list here. Sigma 14 to 24 2.8, Sony 24 to 70 GM, and the Tamron 70 to 180 f 2.8 will be the base set, and then looking at the 85 GM as well. Shooting with the A7R4, beautiful. At the moment, waiting on the A7 IV for my backup. That sounds pretty nice. Yeah, can't really go wrong there. 24 to 70 GM, 70 to 180 f 2.8. You know, you're going, and then you go for the Tamron with the telephoto. Why? Why would you not go for the G Master? It's got something just magical to it. I love the G Master. In comparison, I wasn't taken with the Tamron. I know lots of people were, but budget-wise, it's fantastic, sure. But the lack of image stabilization bugs me. It's a sharp lens, sure. It just doesn't have that something. And maybe I'm a G Master snob now. Maybe I'm a G Master snob now that I have a couple, but there's just certain lenses that I will not compromise on. And I don't even actually own a 70 to 200 right now. My 100 to 400 is my outside shooter, and then I've got all these primes and my standard for inside the studio. I'm shooting on the 16 to 35 f4 right now. Tried and tested. But that sounds like a pretty darn nice setup, I gotta say. Can't really go wrong with anything there. Oh my god, 4 lens in bag is me. Yeah, absolutely. You're stuffing those lenses in there, your back's hurting, and then you use one lens because you're outside and you don't want to take it off and get the dust everywhere because Sony can't figure out how to put the shutter down. Seriously, like if the A7 IV doesn't have the shutter thing, when you take a lens off, I'm going to cry. How hard is this? It's so simple. I saw a guy posted the other day on the forum. He was so excited because his camera malfunctioned and the shutter came down and it was covering up the sensor. How hard is it? And yeah, people are going to say, oh yeah, there's shutter issues and stuff, but the A7C has an upgraded shutter. The A7 IV better have the upgraded shutter. It's going to be rated for more. Just let it come down and protect our sensor, for the love of God. So, yeah. What else? Best value. Sigma's amazing. Sigma 56mm is a great lens. It's sharp. All those Sigmas are really good, and they're great value. But I don't know, out of nowhere, it looks like Sony's going to be bringing out a few more APS-C lenses. It looked like for a while there they were going to totally abandon that. Then the A7C happened, and they're like, well, what's happening? And then they made the A7C more expensive than the A7 III, and I don't know what that means. So, Eric, I appreciate you, buddy. And thank you for watching them and being part of the community. And like I said, it's not about me, it's about all of us. Tell me what you want to see. I have the opportunity to give you guys this stuff. So if there's things that you can't do or that you want to know about lenses or comparisons, I want to do that. I love the comparison aspect of it. There's so much to do, it becomes overwhelming. But tell me what you want and I will do it. I never did hear how you guys like the new setup, the new review structure with the pros and cons and all that stuff. Let me know what you guys think about that. And did you guys see my office reno video? I don't know if you did. I totally changed my office and it changed my life. And again, stuck inside and stuff, use your space, utilize your space. This whole studio, this entire place that we've created, this community in, is 7x9. So if you guys, if you're looking for something to do, if you're trying to stay positive, revamp your space, organize your lenses. And I have a cool thing to show you guys. If you're looking for organization for your lenses, it's dirty. Why is this cords everywhere? This is called the lens rack. Check this out. This is a modular kind of rack that you mount your lenses on. And it's a quick release thing, just like that. And you throw it on there. And I got that on there right? I don't know what's going on here. There we go. So you put them on there, and they have E-mount, they have a bunch of different mounts. They also have all the things you can mount your, you can put your memory cards in. You got a 1/4 inch over here. You can put your flashes on here. I don't know why mine's not on here, but they have a quick release, so you can mount this. You can put it in a drawer and stuff like that. So really cool storage option that I'm clearly not utilizing at this moment. But how neat is that? That kind of stuff. There's also quick release things that you can actually throw in your bag. If you don't want to fumble with your bottom caps, you can actually grab one of those things, stick it onto the fabric, and then your lens just literally turns off and on right out of your bag. So it's a super quick thing. So check that out. It's called Lens Rack, and I'm pretty sure it's down in the description. If not, I will link it for you later on. Yeah, we're off the rails. Why don't we check out my, I'll see if there's any questions, and then I'll show you guys my office reno really quick. I did a super long, or a quick hyperlapse, or time lapse, I guess. It moves a little bit, so hyperlapse. What else, guys? How did the GM compare to Zeiss glass? Typically the G Master is the best, the top of the line, but there's lots of Zeiss lenses that are really, really highly regarded, optically really great, but there's also Zeiss lenses that aren't really that great. So, you know, your 24 to 70 Zeiss, like, it's not that great. It's very underwhelming. Maybe at the beginning when we didn't have a lot of lens choices, but, you know, now I struggle with that one. But again, people are picking up for crazy cheap, which is great. I see some people just stealing that thing, and that's a lot better than of course, the kit lens. Did we get to 20? I'm gonna refresh, guys. Oh, you guys see 20. I see 19,998. So we're real close. But you know what? That's close enough. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. Congrats on 20 for all of us. That's fantastic. Pretty exciting. Again, a meaningless number. It means we're 20% of the way there. Because 100 is the big one. That's when you get your thing. And, you know, I don't know if you've seen it, but I've had a paper one on my wall since day one. And it's just about staying focused. If you've got something in mind, a goal, you know, a side hustle, whatever it is, to stay motivated, keep it tangible. Write down your goals. I got goals everywhere. Keep it tangible. Photography, it doesn't matter. Business, whatever it is. Keep improving every single day. Use the community, guys. Use each other, and just get better every day. Yeah, that lens rack is cheap, like really cheap. And like I said, it's modular. There's different options. I think, I can't actually remember. Let me look it up for you. It's a Canadian company, I believe. Of course, it's not going to be here. I'll post the link in my community feed for you. But yeah, it's pretty reasonable, and it's kind of a neat thing. I will. I thought I had actually throw it down in my affiliate links, but I guess not. And they got a couple things. Maybe I'll do a quick review on it and show you the attachments for your bag too. But it's just a really cool way to get your gear in and out of something really quick. And like I said, it's not. I don't want to encourage you to bring more lenses places, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's check out the office, the real quick office reno that I did, and then we will take off. All right, where are we? So I'm not going to do the music, but I'll just show you the before and after. I don't know if you guys saw this video, but that was the office as of like literally a month ago. It was a wreck. There's my lens rack up there, and that's the tiny little space that I have. So I literally I threw out hundreds of pounds of things. I wanted something brighter. I kind of, you know, I wanted organization. The storage is obviously a factor. And I got rid of the desk, went to IKEA, picked up a standing desk, you know, a place for all my gear. I literally have too much storage now, which is a fantastic problem to have. So I just purged, and it just felt so good. And yeah, the sit-stand desk is really nice, because I could be doing a video for, you know, 8, 9, 10 hours, and it's just, I forget to move. So that's a really nice feature. But if you are thinking about picking one of these up, I really suggest you buy the one that has the button because I'm already sick of the thing. But yeah, honestly did this whole reno for like a couple $100. Did the desk, did the long table, grabbed a under storage cabinet, threw my LED light strip around the outside. That's what you guys see regularly. And behind me, as you can see there in some of my videos, I threw up the backsplash so that I can actually do portraits there. I can do, you know, thumbnails. My newest thumbnail for the Mini was done on that. I can, you know, get a change of scenery like I did here for this one. But just getting out of, you know, the norm, and, you know, threw up those for some sound, and hopefully this this hurries up, because this is longer than I thought. Wonder if you guys are even still there. Yeah, and you know, it took a couple days. It took me about a week, I'd say, to totally get it sorted out. And here's the end result. So I want to tell you guys too, everything. If you're you know, tech computer guys, all the new Ryzen stuff just came out. New processors, new graphics cards are dropping, and I've ordered myself a beast of a setup. I'm done screwing around. I've got the 5950X on the way. I've got a 3080 pre-ordered, but we might change that to the AMD. Of course, what is it called? 6900, and gonna have a pretty beastly setup for you. So I'll check. I'll make a video on that, guys. If you are, what's going on here? There we go. Okay. If you're into that stuff, tell me what you want to talk about computers, and I will help you to make the best rig possible for your photo and video editing. Because right now, mine's really struggling with the content that I make. And you know, you're editing huge files, you're doing video editing at 4K. My workflow is not comfortable. So with that stuff on the way, I'm pretty excited. And yeah, happy PlayStation 5 day today, by the way, people. And of course, I gave up on them because they kind of screwed up with the pre-orders, and that's a bit disappointing. But it is what it is. I'll wait till Christmas and see if it goes on sale. Anyways, guys, let's leave it at that. One last time, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and become part of the community. Thank you so much for everything, guys, and joining me to chat, to have fun, to just do what we do. And if you want to see something, if there's something that I do or don't do that you want to see, let me know and I'll try and include it for you. I got a ton of stuff kicking around. If you want to see comparisons, if you want to see more photo stuff, if you want to see more tutorials, I'll do it. I love this stuff. This is what we do all day. Thank you for being part of the community. And yeah, love you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Be happy. And yeah, see ya. Bye-bye.